Hello, in this video I will show you how you can set up a VPN tunnel to your AWS VPC. Why would you need it at all? Here is an example. Here I've got an EC2 instance which doesn't have any public API. That's why if I want to SSH it, I cannot do it from the internet. To SSH it, I need to be within my VPC to be able to SSH it. And that's why in this case we would need to set up a VPN client connection to do it. VPN client connection will let you be inside the VPC and you will be able to see all your network as if you are inside it. Okay, let's start. What do we do first? First of all, we need to create certificates because we will be connecting with our VPN client through certificates. Okay, let's request a certificate first. So we need two certificates, one for the server and one for the client. Basically, you don't need to request a certificate like I'm doing right now for server. You can also generate your own certificate and then import it over here. I will do it for the client certificate. I just want to see you different options. So first, let's create our certificate for the server. It will be itsuperhighway.com. I will use DNS validation request. Now it's pending validation. I'm going to create records in my DNS and then I need to wait until status is issued. Okay, now the status is issued. The next thing, I will generate a client certificate. How to do it? Here is a page how you can create certificates. So what you have to do, you have to follow this command over here, and in the end you will have a folder with all needed files. My folder is over here. And then you need to create certificates. This first command creates a server certificate, but we already have it, that's why we will not do it. And the second command creates a client certificate, and that's what we are going to do. But we will do it via UI. We are pushing import certificate, then for certificate body, we take file called this, like this. Here it is. I copy the contents and paste it here. Then for private key we take this file. Over here, and then for certificate chain we take this file over here. Done. Now let's create the certificate. Okay, it's created, and now we can already create our VPN client. VPN client endpoint. First of all, let's create VPN client endpoint. We will call it default VPN, for example. Here we will choose our IP address, our IP addresses which will be generated for our client. I will take this one. Then we'll take server certificate, this one. Then we will use mutual authentication, and here we will choose already our client certificate. That's it. Then we will say to which VPS we want to connect. We will connect to this one. We will use default security group, and that's it. Let's create our VPN client. Okay, the next thing which we have to do, we need to associate our networks. Let's do it. Associate target network. Choose our VPC. Our EC2 instance is placed in US East to A, and then push associate. Also, what we have to do when we connect via our VPN, we want to have internet access. That's why let's add also here a route for internet access. It will be like this. And then we also need to provide authorization for clients to use this internet access. Let's add authorization rule. Over here, allow all users, add authorization rule. And now we need to wait until the state is associated and we are ready to do our VPN connection. But before it, let's set up our client, our PC over here from which we are going to launch this VPN client. For this one, we will download our client configuration. Download it. The file is downloaded over here. Let me rename it, for example, new VPN connection. Then I open it in Visual Studio. And here what I need to add certificates, the client certificate, which will let me do our mutual authentication. So I'll do it like this, cert. Then I will take public certificate from here. It's our client domain TLD. It's basically from the folders which I generated executing commands in the beginning. So I take this certificate and put it over here. Next, I'm adding key. That will be my private certificate. And private certificate is this one. Add it and save. And now what we can do, we have to install OpenVPN. Over here I already installed it. You can take it from the internet. And then when you open this file, okay, connect. And then it tries to connect to our VPN client. Let's see how it works. You see, it takes too long, and if we have a look here, it does not work because because it cannot resolve this DNS name. Okay, let's fix it. First, let's delete this profile, go back to our OVPN file, and here we will just write, for example, default and then the domain name, and it should fix the problem. Let's try. Okay, connect, and we are connected. Let's try to check if we have internet. For example, yes, we have internet, everything is fine. And now let's try to connect to our EC2 instance. Connect. We will use this command over here, like this. And we're connected. We are inside our EC2 instance. Okay, that's how you can set up a VPN client connection to AWS. I hope this information will be useful for you. Thank you. Bye-bye.